You are watching JnC's Corner.
So our ingredients for this recipe are onions, tomatoes, eggplant, and make sure the eggplant is soaked under the water so that it will not get blackened, spinach, pork ribs, and it's cut like into 2 inches long, and of course the Cardis, the most important ingredients. Also, we will be needing the fish sauce and the sea salt. So to start with, we need to wash our Cardis, okay? So you can do this a few times. So once you're happy, you just need to drain the water. So now we are going to boil this Cardis. So we need to put a clean water. Say about like a liter of water. Okay, so we put it in our stove or hob. And we're going to set it in a high heat setting initially. Okay, so I'll put it to 8 out of 9. This is just to boil the water quickly. So once you notice that the water is steaming and starts to boil, you can lower down the heat to a medium setting, like say 5 out of 9. So here is our Cardis before boiling. So now we're going to cover it so that the heat will be conserved and it will boil quickly. So while waiting for our Cardis to boil, we're going to blanch or boil for a few minutes the meat so that all the impurities will be removed. So we're just gonna put a water in a pan and let it boil. So we need to let the water to boil first before we put the meat. So now our water is boiling, so we're going to put our meat. Just be careful not to burn yourself, okay, because it's very hot. So the lower you put it, the better. So don't drop it very high because it will splash on you. So try to push the meat down under the water if possible so that it will be boiled equally, and wait for it to boil again for 5 minutes. Going back to our Cardis, it's been boiling for 10 minutes. And we are going to drain the first boiling water. Then wash the Cardis with the top water. Put on new water and reboil for an hour. On the other hand, our meat has been boiling for 5 minutes. Notice the scum that came out from the meat. Now let's also strain the meat. Wash the meat to remove some impurities sticking to it. Then add it to the Cardis that has just started to boil. Distribute the meat all over the pan. Next, put the tomatoes and onion. Season it with fish sauce and salt. It's about like an hour and 15 minutes since we reboiled the Cardis. And now let's see what it's look like. So you notice that the color of the tomato integrate in the soup. And I have also tried earlier. The meat is so soft at this stage. Okay, so you can easily poke it with the fork. Okay, so that's just a perfect consistency of the meat. So now let's put the eggplant and mix it. So make sure that the eggplant is also under the water. I think we need to add a bit more of water. So just take note, during the boiling process, I have stirred this occasionally. Just make sure they are all evenly cooked, okay, and they will not stick into the pan. And at the same time, I put a little water because it has dried one time, so you just need to put more. So we're going to increase the heat to a high setting. I will put it like to 7. So after 15 minutes, guys, you see the eggplant is already cooked. And next, I'm going to add the spinach. So make sure you have washed it properly before adding it to the Cardis. And before I forget, adjust the taste according to your preference. Okay, so let's check. It looks like it's already cooked. Just make sure it's still in the bright green color before you turn off the heat. And we're all done. So it's time to transfer it to the bowl. Now it's time to eat. Cardis is a perfect pair for a hot steamy rice. So enjoy, guys, and I hope you enjoy this recipe. And don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel or visit us at www.jnccorner.com. See you again next time. Bye!